कया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत। Krishna, how is that happened? Okay, actually Satyabhama was the daughter of Satrajit. Satrajit was a small a king in the jurisdiction of Dwaraka Dham, and he was an ardent devotee of Lord Sun God. So he did some penance, and with that penance, the Lord, the Sun God became very pleased with his penance. So he gave him a Shamantaka jewel, which was producing lot of gold. Then Satyajit was very happy because he was a demigod worshipper, and even he never knew who is Lord Shri Krishna. So he was happy with his Shamantaka jewel. So Shamantaka, he wanted to show off his Shamantaka jewel. So he wore the Shamantaka jewel and entered Lord Krishna's palace. So when the people of Dwaraka saw him coming inside the Dwaraka city, they thought that sun god has come, because it was very often that some demigods used to come and visit Lord Shri Krishna. So they thought that even Satyajit is a demigod, and they confused, because that effulgence of that Shamantaka jewel was so much that they couldn't make out it is their own Satyajit, but they thought it is sun god. The messenger who came to inform Lord Krishna that sun god has arrived, he glorifies Lord Krishna, saying, Narayanam namastestu Shanka Chakra Gadadhara Damodara Ravindaksha Govinda Yadunandana. So there are some more shlokas glorifying Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna was, when they informed that sun god has come to see you, he just smiled at them, and then he told them that it is not sun god, it is our Satyajit has come to visit me, and you can bring him here. So they will go. The Satyajit comes to visit the Lord Krishna. Then, but when they saw Satyajit, they felt very pride that Krishna is here as a ordinary human being, but so many demigods are coming to see. I mean, visit our Lord. So they were feeling very proud, you know. The citizens of Dwaraka were feeling very proud. Then, but when he corrected them, they felt somewhat, but they were happy that so many people are coming visiting the Lord. Then Satyajit was so attached to his Shamantaka jewel. No, that's what Bhagavad Gita Krishna says. Though Krishna was in front of him, the Lord, Supreme Lord, he couldn't recognize that Lord is there. Krishna is the Lord. He couldn't recognize the Lord. He was very attached to his that Shamantaka jewel, which was giving him Krishna in this thing. Prabhupada says it was giving 170 pounds of gold. 170 pounds of gold is equivalent to around 77 kgs of gold. So every day that Shamantaka jewel was producing 77 kilos of gold. So Krishna, Prabhupada here says that he was so materialistic, that Satyajit was so materialistic that as told in 720, Bhagavad Gita Shloka 720, that the less intelligent person, he don't get immediate results from the fruitive activities, worship the demigods created within the universe. Because the Satyajit was every day had made a gold throne and he had kept that jewel in that throne, and he was worshipping that jewel every day. He had appointed some brahmanas, that those brahmanas used to come and worship the jewel every day. So though he is Krishna, he was he couldn't recognize the Lord. Then anyway, Krishna welcomed him to his this thing. Then Krishna was wanted that, because as this thing says, Shastra says, the best of the things, anything has to be with the Lord, or when there is a king, with the king. So he wanted, the king was his grandfather. Ugrasena was ruling Dwaraka that time. So Krishna wanted that Shamantaka jewel to be with Ugrasena. But when Satyajit he asked him, he refused to give that jewel to Krishna. So Krishna was thinking, Krishna was thinking, okay, let him keep it, like, because he was so attached to that material thing. So Krishna takes, so he wanted to teach, like Krishna takes away one's great accumulated materialistic wealth and thus makes one great devotee. But Satyajit refused to abide by the order of Krishna and did not deliver the jewel. He was so attached to it, so he didn't want to part with it. So after this incident, he showed off this thing and he went back. He wanted to show off this thing. So Krishna's palace, he went back. And Satyajit had one brother whose name was Prasena. So Prasena wore that jewel, Shamantaka jewel, and he went to the forest for. Then when he went to the forest, that one tiger came and lion came and attacked him, and it killed both Prasena and the horse he was riding. So then when the lion was having that Shamantaka jewel, and by that time Jambavan came. Jambavan was ardent devotee of, he is the great devotee of Lord Krishna, Rama. So he was in Treta Yuga and also in Dwapara Yuga. So he came and Jambavan killed that lion with bare hands. He was so powerful because he was a devotee of the Lord. He had all the strength. So he killed the lion and took that Shamantaka jewel along with him, and he gave it to his son, a small son he had, as a toy to play with that, because he was not interested. Because he was a great devotee of the Lord, he was not interested in such material things. So when this Prasena didn't return from the forest, this Satyajit brother thought that he didn't know that he was killed by a lion and Jambavan has taken this thing. So he thought, because Krishna asked and he didn't give that jewel to him, Krishna might have killed my brother, and he would have taken that Shamantaka jewel along with him. So he started spreading the false rumor that Krishna has killed my brother Prasena and he has taken the jewel with him. But Krishna didn't like the way defamed by someone for which he has not done. So he thought he himself will go to the forest to find Shamantaka jewel. So he took some people along with him and went to the forest. And when he went to the forest, he could see that the lion, the marks, and he saw that lion, and the lion has been killed, and he knew who has killed it. So Jambavan is called Raksha. He found that lion was killed by Jambavan. So Jambavan was staying in one cave. So Krishna told some people he had taken with him, he told them, you please stay outside, because he knew that they will get scared because the cave had a long tunnel. So Krishna knew that they will be scared. So he told them, you please wait here. I will go and bring that jewel, Shamantaka jewel. So they were waiting there for 12 days. Then when Krishna went to the cave, the baby was playing with that Shamantaka jewel. So he wanted to take that. By that time, the caretaker of that baby came running and she started screaming, Hearing her scream, Jambavan also came. So Jambavan got very angry. He thought that he has come to harm my child, and they both started fighting. And their fight went on for 28 days, But Jambavan, though he was a great devotee, he couldn't recognize Lord Sri Krishna because he was filled with anger. When he saw Krishna, his mind was filled with anger. That is why Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Lord advised Arjuna also to get free from anger, greed, and lust in order to rise in spiritual form. Though Jambavan was a great devotee, he couldn't recognize because his mind was filled with lust, anger, and greed. So then he started fighting with Lord. He couldn't recognize that it is Lord himself. So there was a big fight. The fight was like two vultures coming to eat the carcass. Because one vulture doesn't like to share that carcass with other vulture. Sorry. So there was a big fight, and the fight went on for 28 days. So that fight, first they fought with stones, then with big trees, then hand in hand like Mushti Yuddha, until Jambavan became very tired. And Jambavan felt very strange because those times Jambavan is the strongest superhuman, we can say. That much strength he was, that much strong. He could kill a lion without any weapon. That much strong he was. Then he could recognize when his anger became this thing, he could understand that it is nothing but Lord Krishna. He himself has Lord Krishna as Lord Ram, because his worshipable was Lord Rama. So he recognized that he is nothing but his supreme personality of Godhead. So when his vision was obscured by material attachment, he was attached to his boy, so he could and Shamantaka jewel, he didn't want to spare Krishna. But when his anger, this thing came down, he came to know that he's nothing but Lord Krishna. Then he gave that he was. So Krishna, we see here that Krishna wanted to mock fight. Like he always loves fighting with. So we can see Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. So many examples are there. Even Lord wants to fight sometimes. So Srimad Bhagavatam says, Supreme Personality of God has all propensities and instincts of human being. Sometimes in a sportive spirit, he wishes to fight to make a show of bodily strength, and when he so desires, he selects one of his suitable devotee to give him that pleasure. So Krishna desired this pleasure for mock fighting with Jambavan. So although Jambavan was a devotee, he fought with him, and when fighting was over, then he could recognize, then he started glorifying the Lord. Jambavan started glorifying the Lord, saying, oh, you are nothing but you are the supreme Lord. And he started glorifying the Lord Krishna, and you are the creator of there is a long glorification. And then Jambavan continue saying you are the Lord Ramachandra, you came to build the bridge and all that, because he was more attached to Ramachandra, so he glorified lot about Lord Rama. Then he agreed to give he asked him sorry, and he was ready to give that Shamantaka jewel. So when Jambavan then offered his daughter also, along with, he had a daughter who was of marriageable age. So he requested Krishna to accept his daughter Jambavati as a marriage, in the marriage. So Krishna accepted Jambavati and Shamantaka jewel, and he started coming back towards his Baraka from the forest. By that time, that people who are waiting outside his the cave thought that something has happened. Well, they waited for 12 days, but they thought Krishna, something has happened. So they all went off to give the news to Ugrasena and Vasudeva and Devaki. So they were all very worried, and they started praying for Chandrabhaga, their we say Kula Devata. So they worship their Kula Devata, the worshipable goddess was Chandrabhaga Devi. So then they started praying for Chandrabhaga Devi for the safe return of Lord Krishna. When they were doing prayers, only Krishna came there with his new wife, that was Jambavati. And when the people felt very happy, and they celebrated the return of Lord Shri Krishna along with Jambavati, and they had some celebration of small ceremony because new wife had come with him. So after this, the Ugrasena called for a meeting of important kings and chiefs. So to tell that Krishna, because Krishna had got infame that he has stolen the Shamantaka jewel, so he wanted to show that Shamantaka jewel to everybody. So he called all the small kings and chief of his court to show that jewel has been brought back by Krishna. So then they showed it to everybody, and they gave it back. Satrajit also was called for that meeting, and they gave back the jewel to Satrajit. And Satrajit was very ashamed seeing that, because he had made a false allegation on Lord Shri Krishna. So he felt very, he felt very ashamed. Then he he took the jewel and went home, but he was feeling very sad that he has unnecessarily blamed somebody. So he was thinking how to get rid of this fame. I mean, how to this thing. Then Satyajit was very, he was in anxiety because he foolishly created something which is, and he was very attached to the material thing, which Shamantaka jewel. So Krishna gave him some intelligence, because when he started thinking that, so I'm attached to material things, I should get out of it, then Krishna gave him some intelligence. So Satrajit also decided to give his daughter in marriage to Satyabhama, to Krishna, and along with the Shamantaka jewel. So he came back to Lord Shri Krishna and asked Satya this thing, please can you marry my daughter? And as this thing, I am ashamed, I am so sorry. And then he will ask his this thing to marry his daughter Satyabhama to this thing. So Krishna will agree, and there will be marriage. Satyabhama will be given to Krishna in the marriage, so she will be his third wife. But when he offers Shamantaka jewel, he says that you please keep it, Shamantaka jewel, with you. And when there is a jewel, there is no there will be no famines, disturbances created. So you only please keep it and continue your worshipping of the Shamantaka jewel. So there is I think most of the Bangalore people know that in Ganesh Chaturthi we always sing this Shamantaka story. They say that Krishna saw the moon on the Ganesh Chaturthi day, so he got this apavada or this thing. So in our usually in our who worship Ganesha, Ganesh Chaturthi, they always read this story and to get rid of the evil, whatever defame they have got. So next, this is the way how he married Satyabhama. Then the next is how his father will be. After this, then there is a story continues, like after they Akrura and the goes to Hastinapura. Akrura was the minister, uncle of Lord Sri Krishna. So he goes to meet Pandavas, Mother Kunti and all that. And when the news comes that they were all killed, like Pandavas were, Kunti and all were killed in the wax house. So Krishna knew that, but still, okay, then Krishna and Balram start going, they will go to visit the Pandavas to see that they knew, but still they goes to there and meet Kripacharya, Vidura, Gandhari, Drona and all that. And they also, like ordinary human being, they also cry, show their emotions. They, Krishna exhibited all the this thing. When Krishna and Balrama goes away, there was one chief by name Satadanma. He was very fond of marrying Satyabhama, but Satyabhama is now married to Krishna. He was very angry. So he takes the help of Akrura and Kritavarma and he plots killing of Satrajit to get that Shamantaka jewel. Now we will see that how Akrura and Kritavarma were great devotees of Krishna, but still how they helped Satrajit, Satadhanma in the plot is because in here the Jiva Goswami explains, although Akrura was great devotee, he was cursed by inhabitants of Vrindavana because of his taking Krishna away from their midst, because of wounding their feelings. Akrura was forced to join the cause because he had got cursed from Vrindavana because he was taking, so he was also now forced to join the conspiracy declared by sinful men. And in same way, Kritavarma was a devotee of Krishna, but because he had intimately associated with Kamsa, he was contaminated with sinful reaction, and so he also joined the conspiracy. So Satyadhanma kills Satrajit when he was sleeping. They all, but Satyabhama, now Krishna is away in Hastinapura. Satyabhama starts crying. Satyabhama was only there with her father. He starts crying. But then Krishna, because he had no male issues, Krishna only had to do all the final rites of this thing. So she keeps the body in that oil tank. In those days also they knew how to preserve the dead body. So she keeps the body of her father on the oil tank, and she personally goes to Hastinapura to bring back Krishna and Balram. So she goes there to bring Krishna and Balram with her. And when he heard the news, Krishna starts crying like normal human being. So he gets, and he gets very angry on Satyadhanma because he killed his father-in-law. So he will come along with, he'll come back to Dwaraka. And he will do the first thing is he wanted to kill Satyadhanma. So he starts, searching for him. He goes behind Satyadhanma and Satyadhanma, scared of this thing. He starts running, he starts takes a horse and starts going very fast. When Krishna Balaram saw them, they mounted they also went in the chariot, and the chariot had a flag of Garuda. So they follow him and he kills him, and they enter the city of Mithila. So after going to Mithila, Krishna kills Satyadhanma and finds for the Shamantaka jewel, but he will not have Shamantaka jewel with him. Then Krishna knew it, but still he feels, so I killed a person who has no jewel with him, and he feels very sorry for him. And then, but anyway, because he had killed his father-in-law, he was feeling very sad. Then Balrama asks that he wants to stay for some days in Mithila city. So he leaves Balram there and he comes back to Dwaraka, and he does the final rites because he had no issues. He was son-in-law, has to do the ceremony. So he and Satyabhama together do all the death ceremony of his father Satrajit. And then Akrura Kritavarma, Akrura then feels very afraid because Krishna, he knew that Krishna has now know that because he was getting all the gold every day, he also was spending lot of money, like when you get so much gold, what will you do? So he was doing very opulent life, and he was doing lot of charity and all that. Scared of that, he will run away to Varanasi because his father, Akrura's father was married to Akrura's father name was Swapalka, and he was married to Gandhini, who is the prince of Varanasi king. So Kashi, so he also runs away to his grandfather's house, I mean Kashi, and there he will be staying. Then when Krishna comes to know that Akrura is, and the city, when Akrura left, the city there was lot of problems in the city, so they think that Akrura is the reason for all that. Like they were feeling the inauspicious signs, and there was famine and all some sort of this thing. So when Krishna is there, nothing will happen. But they felt that it is because of ignorance. They thought it is due to absence of Akrura. So Krishna brings him back. Krishna requests him to come back. Then he says slowly, I mean, he prays for Akrura saying, "My dear uncle, I knew that Samantaka jewel is with you. So you don't feel afraid. You can keep that Samantaka jewel with you. Because we don't have, he has no male issues. You can keep till any of our, his daughter gets a son." So it's an indication that Satyabhama was already pregnant with her son. So he tells that till her son is born, you can keep that because there is no male heir in this. So Akrura then says sorry, and he surrenders to him, and he keeps the Samantaka jewel, and he enjoys the luxurious life. But Krishna forgives him, and so this it says that Samantaka jewel story, if you hear it, is said that anyone who hears the story of Samantaka jewel or describe it, simply remembers it will be free from all kinds of defamation and the reactions of all impious activities, thus will attain the highest perfectional condition of peace. So this is the story of Samantaka jewel and this thing, beginning of this thing. Next we will go to the next story of the next story, that is Satyabhama Narakasura killing of Narakasura. So Narakasura actually was the king of the Assam region, and his kingdom was called Pragjotishya. The city of Pragjotishya, Narakasura was ruling, and it is in the Assam. And Narakasura was also a demigod worship. He is Asura by nature, and he had done same like Hiranyakashipu. He also thought that if Brahma gives some benediction, Lord cannot do anything. So Narakasura also had done penance, and he had taken a boon that he has to be killed only by his mother. Only his mother can kill him, otherwise he has no death. And so he didn't know that Satyabhama was his mother. But so Krishna brought Satyabhama only for that purpose. Then what happens? He goes to Indra Loka, and he fought with Indra, and Indra will lose everything. So Indra was very desperate, and he comes and prays Lord Krishna, please, this Narakasura is horrible, troubling us so much with all this asuric nature. Can you please come and help? You just kill, can you this thing? So Lord Krishna says Indra, yes to Indra, and he will come along with his Satyabhama to their this thing, and there will be a war. He had kept, he had when they had a fight with Narakasura, he has captured the that 16,000 women, and he had imprisoned them in their palace. So Indra asked them to release all of them. So he prays that he's troubling us so much. So when he heard this, Krishna was ready to help him. So Krishna then takes Satyabhama along with him. They sat on the Garuda, their vehicle, and they goes to Narakasura's place. Satyabhama. There was a fierce battle between Krishna and Narakasura. Okay, so demon, like he was by nature, he himself is a demon. So there was a big fight between both Narakasura and Lord Shri Krishna. The fight went on for many days, and once the demon heard something, he fell unconscious, So because he wanted Satyabhama, because he had got a mother boon that only his mother can kill. That Satyabhama was a Bhudevi, so she only had to kill him because he's the son of Bhudevi. So he fell unconscious. Just he did drama, like he just felt unconscious, and Satyabhama got very angry. So what she started, she took the bow and arrow, and she started fighting with Narakasura. So both, the strong fight went on between Satyabhama and Narakasura also, and finally Satyabhama kills him. Kills Narakasura. So Krishna then they will go and after Narakasura is killed, that full desirous, that he had a boon that his mother, so his mother Satyabhama, Bhudevi, she kills him. Then he will go and release all these 16,000 wives, 16,000 demons, ladies who were in his captivity. When they will request him, now we were in Narakasura for so many days, who will marry us? Then if we go outside, they will. So Krishna agrees to marry all those 16,000 women, and he married all of them. And to this thing, he had taken the Deva Mata, in the Aditi's earrings and all that he had stolen. So they will go to Devaloka, Indraloka, and they will hand over that earring to Aditi. So she will bless Satyabhama that you will be ever youth. After this, they will come. She will be go down to Aditi, and Indra will be very happy, and they will come back to Dwarka. This is the story of this thing. The next one is about the Parijata tree. So once Krishna will be sitting with Rukmini playing something, then Narad Muni, Narad Muni always does something which is favorable to everybody, but we feel that he is always doing some kirik, But so he comes there. He had some Parijata flowers with him. So he will give that Parijata flowers to Lord Krishna, and he will see whom he will give. So Krishna gives it to Rukmini. So Rukmini keeps, she feels very happy because they are not, the Parijata is not the ordinary flower. So Parijata had come from during Samudra Mantana, that flower had come out. So naturally, with the flower which has come from Samudra Mantana, will be always, any product which comes during Samudra Mantana was always valuable. So it had beautiful, nice fragrance, very good looking flower. So it was kept in the Indraloka so it was planted in Indraloka. So Narada, when he goes to Indraloka, he plucks some flowers and he will bring it to Krishna for Krishna. So when he gives it to Krishna, naturally he will give it to Satyabhama. So Rukmini. On seeing this, then he will still feel happy because the flowers were so beautiful. But Narada doesn't keep quiet there. Then he goes to Satyabhama. He starts telling her that he had brought flowers from Devaloka, Indraloka, and that he has given it to Rukmini. I think he loves Rukmini more than he loves you. You know, like Satyabhama gets very angry. Satyabhama, as it is, she was very short-tempered and very possessive of Lord Sri Krishna. So she gets very angry. Then she makes her face so big, and she will be, she will be sitting. When Krishna comes and asks her what happened, he says that, why did you give that parijata flower to this thing? I don't want, I want the whole plant itself. I want the parijata plant and in my garden. So Krishna, then Krishna says, okay, we'll go and get it. Then he takes her to Indralok. Krishna takes Satyabhama to Indraloka, and they start plucking the parijata tree, By that time, Indra comes there, and there is a small battle between the two, and he will he takes as in naturally Indra loses this thing. Then they will bring the parijata tree and they will place. So, but same time, Rukmini had requested that she want the flowers, but Satyabhama wanted the tree. So Krishna had to balance between the two. He will plant the tree in Satyabhama's garden. So the plant is in the Satyabhama's this thing, and flowers will be in the Rukmini's garden. So that he can please both his wives. That is the story of Parijata. And the next one is, you see, is Tulabara. So this is the story where Krishna had to, because she was very proud of her possession, Krishna wanted to teach her a lesson of because Satyabhama by nature always very possessive of her belongings, and she was very proud of her richness, beauty, and all those things. So Krishna wanted to teach her a lesson. So this is the one which incident, or he created that atmosphere where he can do, we teach her these values. So once Narada Muni comes, and comes to Dwaraka, and he visits Satyabhama, and Satyabhama, he'll be asking her, how are you, pleasant talks will be going on. Then he asked that, he asked whether, do you have any idea, or do you know whether Krishna loves you more or Satya or Rukmini? He says, no, Krishna loves me only more. She had always had that pride. So then Narada asks, how do you know that? He says, no, I know, because Krishna is always with me. He is spending more time with me, and so he knows. I know that he loves me only. So okay, then Narada Muni instigates her, telling her that we'll have one test where we'll see whether he loves you or Rukmini more. And she says, okay. And then Krishna, so Narada says, okay, you have to prove that. He says, okay. Then he tells how I can do this. Satyabhama, like in a humble mood, asks what I can do, how I can, not humble mood, or she wants that this thing. So she asks him what is the vrata I have to take to this thing. So Narada starts explaining that you have to, give Lord Krishna as a dana, to some brahmana, and to get him back, you have to give that much of wealth as the weight of Lord Sri Krishna to get him back. And if you don't get him back, he will become the servant of that brahmana. So She says she agrees for it because she thought she has lot of gold, like, so what is there in that? I have so much of property. Naturally, I can this thing. She had that in mind, so she agrees for that, and then she gets mentally prepared for all these things. Then she will ask, to bring. She will bring, Kamandalu, and she gives Krishna as a dana for Narada. So now Narada says, now Krishna is mine. So, okay, now Satyabhama had so much ego, it's like, she thought that Narada, she can mobilize so much of wealth to get Krishna back. It is like child's play for her, because she thought my wealth is, I mean, she has so much of wealth. She thought it's a child's play. What is there after all? Weight of Krishna I can give, and I can take it back. But Narada warned her, if you don't this thing, you will become his slave. But she says, okay, so no problem. She agrees for it, and then they'll bring one. She will give Krishna as in a charity for to Lord Narada, and Krishna, like always ready. He is always ready to remove the ego of whether whoever it is, Satyabhama, his wife, or anybody, or any devotee. He is always there to remove our egos. So he just, like he submitted himself as if he is very mocking, like meekly submitted himself. He just kept quiet. He didn't speak anything. So after donating Krishna to Narada, Satyabhama arranged a big scale, to put up, and she will make Krishna to sit on one side, and she will start bringing all the jewels, whatever she had, full. She had so much of jewelry. She kept everything in the scale, but the scale didn't budge, neither it moves that side or this side. Narada started taunting her, um, and he started threatening her, saying, if you can't put enough gold or diamonds, he will be forced to auction as a slave to someone else. So Satyabhama became very frantic. She was panicked, and she didn't know what to do. So then Narada himself gives a suggestion that you can ask all other wives to bring their jewel, and you can put it, you can go on. But Satyabhama was very this thing of going and asking other wives, because her pride doesn't allow her to do that. But she can't see her own husband, to give us this thing. She has promised that, and she had so much ego that, so she asked, she didn't know how to, but now she had no other choice. She starts asking all the other wives to put their whatever jewelry they had. So everybody jewel was removed all their jewels, whatever they had, and they put it in the that takadi, what you call this thing. But still, it didn't budge. She was surprised, because so much heap and heaps of gold were kept, but still that scale didn't move. Then she was very panicked, she didn't know what to do. So then she asked. She finally, it was very almost like crying, she didn't know what to do. Then she asked Narada, no, not that time. Narada helps her, saying, you ask Rukmini, who is his eldest wife, what she can do. She can help you, whether she can help you. So Krishna, then Rukmini goes and brings one tulasi leaf, and she keeps on the this thing or the jewel, and then the scale starts moving and it comes to this thing. So seeing that, Satyabhama gets shocked, because even keeping so many jewels, that this thing didn't move, but keeping one tulasi leaf, so now she understood that Krishna, like he doesn't require so much jewels, only his, as we say, patram pushpam phalam to yo me bhakta. So say like that, Krishna doesn't require any of our wealth, this thing. He requires only our love and affection and bhakti, to get him. Otherwise, hmm, no property or our this thing doesn't matter to him. So from all these pastimes, we see that Satyabhama is always, though she was very pride and this thing, but she had always that one quality with her, which was this thing. She was always possessive of Lord Sri Krishna. She wanted Krishna for herself. So, mm, um, and she had the two, jealousy and possessiveness. So jealousy is not good for. At least we should cultivate that. What she had, that possessiveness quality. So we should always feel that Krishna is always mine. Every individual soul should feel that Krishna is mine. Hmm. So we can say, because she's a great Vaishnavi, because she was Supreme Lord Krishna's. Though all these stories tells that she had no this thing, like always she was jealous, or she was always hankering for some things. But finally it says she was great, because she was a great wife, because she came as wife of Lord Shri Krishna. No person, no simple person can be eligible to become wife of Lord Shri Krishna. Only because of her piousness, or in the this thing, she became the Lord. And she's also an avatar of Bhudevi. And Bhudevi, as you know, is always very patient. This thing, Shamaya Dharitri. So, and also she had the role of killing Narakasura. So she had to come in the Satyabhama, this thing, to kill Narakasura and relieve him from this thing. So because Narakasura had this thing that the mother will never kill their son. So Satyabhama, he didn't know that Satyabhama is also an avatar of Bhudevi. So she came in the form of this thing to kill uh, Narakasura and relieve him from this material world. So anyone who's involved in Krishna's pastimes, or great Vaishnavas or Vaishnavis, because they always help the Lord in performing his leelas. So, and he to fulfill the desires of his whatever desires, or whatever this thing we have, he is there to fulfill all those. So Krishna, anybody who comes in the pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna are not ordinary people. Even we can say, take an example of Putani, Kamsa, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. They were all killed by Krishna, and they got better lives. Same like that, Satyabhama also, though we may feel that she is very jealous, very short-tempered, or always possessive, but she always had these Vaishnava qualities, like and she came as a consort of Lord Sri Krishna to relieve all this the Leela. So Krishna, she came as Krishna's wife in this Leela, and fulfilled the desire of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. I'll end myself here. Anything, any comments, any this thing, any suggestions, please you can take over.